everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so hyped to talk about my favorite city in the entire world right now, Nashville, Tennessee. If you guys aren't familiar, I live here. I've lived here for almost 4 years. Still trying to figure out how that happened so quickly, but alas, here we are. And I have done multiple travel guides here on my channel, but I have never had the opportunity to post one all about the awesome small businesses that we have here in Nashville. Hello, I'm clearly editing right now, but I wanted to hop on here and tell you guys that today's video is sponsored by Regions Bank, member FDIC. You can learn more about Regions Bank, or you can make an appointment with Regions Banker at regions.com/small business. Now let's continue. Regions Bank is a bank that is truly wanting to see small businesses succeed. Regions Bank is trying to help them with, the financial aspect, so then they have more time to spend on things that they care more about. Honestly, I think small businesses are what makes every city unique. Every big city can have a freaking Walmart, but I think it's truly the restaurants and the small businesses that gives it character, you know what I mean? So today, the character that I'm talking about is Nashville, Tennessee. Let's freaking go. So something you will realize throughout the video is that a lot of these small businesses are actually based in East Nashville. Because I live in East Nashville, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments below about other small businesses in Nashville that you can support, but I pretty much stay in my little bubble, and I think there are some amazing places over on this side of Nashville, and I have so many restaurants that I could recommend you guys, but I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. One of the businesses that I really want to support and stress to you guys that whenever it does open back up to please show its support in business is Drifter's Barbecue. If you aren't familiar, Nashville actually was hit by a tornado in early March right before COVID-19 shut down a bunch of small businesses and just businesses in general. They have been trying to rebuild ever since then because it was such a staple, I feel like, in the East Nashville neighborhood because it was in the 5 Points area. It just was so sad to see it hurt. Drifter's Barbecue is, in my opinion, the best barbecue that you can get in Nashville. Oh, she went there. Please, please, please show it business because it's my favorite restaurant in East Nashville. Another restaurant that I truly love that is a small business is Pharmacy Burger. I feel like I've talked about before because it's so freaking good, but it is just hands down the best burger in Nashville, all of Nashville in my opinion. They have goat cheese that you can put on your freaking burger. Like, enough said. I don't really need to say more. Nothing excites me more than seeing how many people are trying to get into Pharmacy Burger during the weekends though, because I mean, that is exciting to see a small business flourish. Another place right around the corner from Pharmacy is this little shack, and it's called Slow Burn. It's a hot chicken restaurant. I love hot chicken, obviously. Hello, it's Nashville, Tennessee. We love our hot chicken here. And this actually has been a bunch of different restaurants in the amount of time I've lived in East Nashville, which is really, really sad. It's kind of got that like food truck aspect to it, but it's just like a little shack, so there's nowhere really to eat. I really hope that it is a restaurant that will withstand COVID and everything. Hot chicken, guys, we love it. Another place that was kind of hit by the tornado was Hunter Station, and it's technically in the 5 Points area. This is kind of like one of those mess hall types that has a bunch of different smaller businesses in it. You can choose where you want to eat because there's so many different restaurants in that one small area. So if you are with a group of people and you're visiting Nashville and you guys can't decide on a place to go, you don't have to decide on a place to go. You can just go to Hunter Station and you guys can get whatever food you personally want, and you can still support a small business. Woo, we love to see it. Okay, so millennials love their coffee. They love their donuts. They love their coffee, they love their brunch. I have 2 places to recommend to you guys. The first one is the best coffee according to Cody. As you guys know, I don't drink coffee, but Retrograde. It's on Dickerson Pike. So good according to Cody. The next place is the best donut and coffee combo, Status Dough. We love the people that work there. It's really cool knowing that they have a shop in Knoxville and in Nashville, but their donuts are so good. They have vegan options, but they also have regular options as well. Next thing are the shops. You guys know I love a good shop. I think we have the best vintage stores in my opinion. I think Nashville just really has that niche kind of covered, and one of the places that I went to, I took with my mom whenever she was in town, and she was like, this just seems like it's out of the way and that not a lot of people know about it, and they should know about it. And I was like, Mom, you are so right. So we are talking about it right now. Dashwood Vintage. You guys, if you are heading over to the Opry area and you don't stop at this vintage store, you're crazy. They have the best furniture, home stuff, plants, you name it. They have everything. They have hands down the best stuff. You can check them out on their Instagram. I feel like a lot of the places here in Nashville know that vintage is trendy, but I think Dashwood Vintage is a fair price, and you don't leave the place feeling like, oh my god, I just got taken advantage of kind of thing. Hewitt Garden Center. I have a love affair with this place. They have the best plants. This is actually located in Franklin. Constantly getting in new stuff. And once again, the prices are. One of my favorite brands here in Nashville in general is 1767 Art. They make these wooden installations out of wood, but it's reclaimed wood from old houses that are being torn down. They take that wood, they repurpose it, and make art out of it, which is so interesting and so unique. I personally have 3 pieces in my home alone. I love them so much, and on the back they will tell you exactly the address that they picked up that wood that made that piece from, which I just think is so cool. And if you are looking for like a unique Christmas present, or if you are looking for a souvenir to bring home whenever you are visiting Nashville, I highly recommend 1767. You guys know I love film photography, and this year my old film studio actually closed down. I'm pretty sure Dury's was open since early 1900s, which is insane, and unfortunately because COVID they closed down. But the woman who worked the film studio actually opened up her own film studio called Safe Light Imaging, and if you are in Nashville on a trip and you want to develop some film, I highly recommend going to her. She has fair prices, quick service turnaround, and she is just, it excites me knowing that a lot of you are coming to town and, you know, trying out film photography and then asking me where I develop my film and then going to her. You pay for it to get developed, and then you pay for it to be uploaded to her website, and then you can download the pictures from there. Or I'm pretty sure you can send in her film. I will link her website information if you guys want to check her out. I just really hope the best for her business because it's brand new. And finally, I have 2 more businesses that I want to talk about because they are owned by my friends, and the first one is Lash Out Nashville. You guys know I have been going to Lash Out since I first moved here. I would say that I'm really good friends with the owner, Danielle. She's seriously one of the greatest people I've met here in Nashville. I can honestly say 1000% that you will not regret going to Lash Out. It's the best lash studio in Nashville. The friendliest, the best priced. It's just amazing. I love talking to Danielle every 2 weeks to get my lashes filled. It's always just a pleasure. So I could not film this video without talking about Danielle. And finally, the last place I have to talk about is Indie Skincare. I have never been more flattered than when I have gotten messages from some of you guys saying that you have driven hours to go to see my friend Courtney for your Botox or your lip filler. And I think that is just so cool that you guys are willing to drive the distance to do so because you trust her, because you see what she does to me. If you are in Nashville and you are in need of a facial or some filler or Botox and you want to support a woman-owned small business, I highly recommend Indie Skincare. I highly recommend them. They know what they're doing, and I could not stress that enough. You guys, I feel like I've been talking for like 17 years. I am wrapping up this video. I love every single small business that I talked about in this video, and I hope somehow that you guys can find support whether you're visiting Nashville or you live here. I think we can all agree that these businesses are amazing, and small businesses like I said, they are the heart of the city to me. And I'm so proud to be working with a brand like Regions that truly supports small businesses and wants to see them flourish. They have many different things that they offer to help a small business, that they can focus less time on their finances and trust that Regions has it covered and spend more time doing the things they love. So everything that you will want is in the description box below, and until next time, I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much for watching.